Hello, and we are live.
Whoa.
Oh, hi. Yo, we got
Yay.
it. Okay. I'm just gonna wait for people to come in. I'm sending a couple of links, but I've invited. Hopefully, I'll invite enough people so that way, even if I don't talk much, this will still be lively, and it's also an opportunity, I guess, for people to talk to each other who have not. But hi, yeah. Oh dear. So, what has been going with you?
Well, just kind of chipping away at math.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm way behind.
Hey.
So. Hey.
Hello. Avi!
Selena, hello. How are you?
Oh, I am doing just dandy. Unfortunately, the stream started late because I was taking a power nap that ended up being way too long. Thanks, work.
That's okay. That's okay. I woke up late today as well, so.
So yeah, I get to go, I move in on Tuesday in the morning.
Oh, cool, moving. That's fun. I just moved, so I can relate.
Yeah, and classes start the week after that. So, but
Okay,
the worst part is, the worst part is though, it's just like ever since orientation when I got there, it's just like there's been the very vicious part of me that's going, oh, you are making a big mistake. So for the rule for this stream is though, if you have ever been to any sort of college or university, you have any experience in that, you must give me at least one piece of advice because I need all the artillery I can get. Okay.
Okay, well, don't take my advice, which is just don't go to uni. So.
Yeah, and I don't have any advice at all. So.
Oh, that's all right. So is that all you got then?
Well, if you're gonna be, what exactly do you want advice on? Like living on the campus or just being at uni?
Anything related, really, because I am going to be living on campus for the first year because they require all freshmen to do that.
What, really?
Yeah, for the one I'm going to.
Okay. Well, like I lived on campus for the first year of uni as well, but I just moved because it was expensive. So, good advice. I don't know, just arrange your whole day around commuting. That's what it was for me. So, because other than that, I don't really know because I had to go to like the music campus, which was like in the middle of the city. So yeah, I don't really have any good advice. Sorry. I want to forget as much about university as much as I can, to be honest.
Okay, I understand. You don't want to be triggered. Okay, and Connor, if you are I believe you are watching. Check your messages. I believe I have sent you an invite as well. And for anyone that's asking, I will say I am an engineering student. I will not say which kind though. So I don't I'm.
Why is it a saucy secret? What kind of engineer you are?
No, it's just I don't, because the thing is though, the kind that I am will give away what school I'm attending to, and I'd rather that information not be public. Although I do have a private Twitter, and so I will plug that once I move in. So anything very specific to that would reveal specific information about where I am, I would tweet there. Like if I
so
no, this still will be like, yeah, it's something I'd rather not have be public. That's just it. I don't know if that's just me.
Okay.
So
sorry, I actually haven't introduced myself to Alessandro.
Don't say that. Just call me Hollow.
Okay, so, Hollow. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey.
How are you? I'm Avi. I'm the editor for Glass Reflection. Don't know really what that means here, but yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, I mean, all right. So you edited stuff. Okay.
Well, some of his stuff. I edit half his stuff because he can't afford to pay me for all of it. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And Avi, I don't think I ever put this in like your comments, but I really did like your recent video on the the You Say Run soundtrack.
Oh, the You Say Run video.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I never got around to telling you that was pretty good. And
Thank you, Selena. It's okay. Like most of the comments right now are just complaining about my accent. So. So.
Are you?
Yeah, glad you liked it. Cause.
All right. And Hollow, are you perchance working on anything, or are you just occupied with your GAD? Or
well, I started recording a new video. It's going to be about Princess Principal. You know, just wanted to, you know, I don't know, make it. And I don't really see many people on my personally on my Twitter feed, like people like talking about it. So I don't know, like.
Oh, is this Hollow of Dawn?
Yeah.
What took you that
sorry.
long?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm an idiot. I don't know why I didn't recognize your voice. I'm so sorry, man.
But yeah, just wanted to make a video about it, you know, for people who haven't seen it yet. You know, maybe convince them to like give the first episode a chance. I really like it.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Princess Principal, so.
Yeah.
And he's gonna, yeah.
And if you hear like background noise, that's just like the TV going on. I'm in the living room.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I live in the middle of the bush on an island, so if you hear background noise, it's probably birds and wallabies. So yeah.
All right.
So yeah, you got back from a con, Selena?
Yes, I did. For the first time, I actually got to spend more than a single day at a convention because I can drive now.
Nice.
And I spent most of it like either wandering around, like panel hopping, and I did catch a couple of good panels. And for the first time, I actually did manage to get, because this was a small convention, I actually did manage to get in line, close to the front of the line of the autographs panel, and I got Jeff Nimoy and Brad Swaley to sign my con book, and Brad signed my first volume of Death Note, so that was pretty nice. He was a cool dude. And later that day, what they had some of the 4 actors that were there today. So it was Jeff, Brad, and it was a guy named Robert Axelrod, who was apparently pretty famous, but I had not heard of before.
Oh my God, Robert Axelrod.
So yeah, I did get to sort of meet him too, and he was also there was another amateur voice actor. His name is Linkara, and so the 4 of them reenacted an actual radio drama from 1951, and that was
okay.
Linkara's a comic reviewer.
Okay, I was about to say that the moment you said Linkara, I almost spit out my drink, take style.
So yeah,
like,
if you look at
about like a separate person,
if you look at my Twitter, I have a picture from the radio drama reenactment, which is basically the only one I took of any voice actor. So from left to right, it's Robert, Brad, Linkara, and Jeff Nimoy. It is. Hold on, let me see if I can link the tweet.
Oh, that is awesome.
So yeah, I feel kind of bad that I guess I had never heard of 2 of these men before, but it was a wonderful experience to meet them. So.
Oh yeah, I met Brad Swaley back at a previous con, and I thought he was awesome.
It was quite fun in this one. And hold on, I'm actually going to put this in the I'll put this in the public chat if by chance anybody had missed it, or
also, hi, I'm Connor.
Hey, Connor.
Yep.
also in the group chat here.
Not since the days of Meme Squad.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen you, actually.
Yeah. Oh dear.
I haven't kept up with most of the Meme Squad days.
What actually happened to it?
I don't know.
Does anyone know?
I dropped off from it a long time ago, so I don't actually know what happened to them.
Honestly, maybe that's a good thing.
Probably.
Yeah.
I was never much of a memer. I'm more the meme.
Not a meme, you're a dreamer.
Yeah, that works too. Or if you ask my friends, they will tell you that I produce many a meme. Much better at that than I am trying to meme, because when I meme, it just comes off as cringy.
I just can't because I'm physically incapable of creating such a thing and posting on Twitter without immediately feeling convulsions of regret. So there's my position.
Well, I mean, just because.
Okay, I'll tweet this out on my Twitter. This live stream. See if we can get some lads or lasses.
Is there a no? I thought there was a bit of a delay in the. I'm not sure. I know there's a delay between the what we say right here and what shows up on the.
Yeah,
but,
that's been a common thing though since the very beginning of the live streams that I've tried.
Yeah, I guess. Is anybody? Oh, and Connor, forgot to mention, but for anybody in this, have you ever have any experience with going to college or university?
Yes, I took a year of university to help me find a job, actually.
Okay, and so for this stream, because I move in 2 days, do you have any sort of advice regarding going to university? Because I need all the confidence I can get.
Yeah. To start with, make sure you are filled to the brim with supplies. Because I've learned this, you never have enough supplies. I had, I think, like 6 brain pencils in, and I used up every single one of them and still needed more. So things like pencils, pens, or the like, I recommend having more than one of them. I never lived in a dorm, so I don't have any experience there.
That's all right.
Yeah, my university experience was very different than I think most people's.
That's all right.
Because I went more so to a special course.
Nah, okay. That's still pretty interesting then. Yeah, so I am going to be a full-time engineering student. So that means that's a lot of I'm taking probably 3 note-heavy classes, and then so that means also I gotta revamp the way I take notes. Because the thing is, though, I was kind of terrible at that, which is why, unfortunately, I wasn't probably as good as like some of my high school classes as I could have been. So that was a rather hard lesson to learn, and I think I've got to be a quick learner regarding this. And the other thing I'm slightly terrified of is just like I've only had this experience like maybe once or twice, but it was valuable enough. Like I got to. And everybody says, like, you got to make at least 1 or 2 friends in each of your classes. But for me, that's just like,
No. Sounds like a daunting task. Sounds like taking down a colossi.
Oh, if you're going with that, I think the better advice is don't make enemies.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm too meek. I'm like, my online persona would say so otherwise, ha ha ha. But I'm far too meek to probably start up any drama where my face is liable, you know.
Mm-hmm. Then you'll probably be fine. I've went through certain classes throughout schoolings where I didn't have any friends, so I do understand how it can be difficult. It can be helpful, or it can be a hindrance depending on the friend. Because sometimes I've had friends
I was gonna say,
add more drama than help.
So you're saying also look out for the people that just like, it's group project time. Oh, can you do all the work?
Yeah. Don't get ones that will do all the work. That is a pain in the ass. Yeah, that's happened to me way too often, where it's like the group project, everyone does something else. God damn it.
And the grade is shared.
I had a music degree, so yeah. Yeah, like I was gonna say, I had a music degree, so you kind of had to make friends with everyone, which is why I didn't do very well, because I just didn't. So, yeah.
Didn't you go on a trip earlier this year with a chorus, or?
It wasn't attached to university. That was an outside thing.
Oh, okay then. Sorry. I
I
thought
don't
that
study with
was.
those guys, so I like them. Yeah.
Hmm.
And then I met him again at AX, so that was cool. Selena, you should come to AX.
Unfortunately, I don't think that will probably happen within the next like 2 or 3 years, but hopefully
Why not?
the best possible outcome is I go to AX when I can legally drink. So sometime
Oh
within
yeah, yeah,
then.
yeah. Yeah, AX is a lot more fun when you can get drunk,
Yeah, but you get to experience that
I
next
think.
year then.
Yeah, I do, because like fucking, because I can legally drink in Australia since like I was 18, but it's fucking 21 in the US. So
Yeah.
I can drink legally at 18.
yeah, I don't know. Like some people are able to
Thanks,
sneak in.
Canada.
So.
Thanks.
Hey, maybe Hollow, maybe you could go to AX because you are relatively
Uh,
close compared to me then.
Yeah, but I don't have the money to do so. I couldn't even go this year. Don't have
Well, a man can dream.
Money is the big issue when it comes to cons.
like I couldn't even I can't even like go to like Sac Anime, you know, which is in Sacramento. Like that costs like that's very close away, and even I can't go there.
Yeah. I just save up for Expo each year because that's the only one worth going to. Because I live on an island now. There's no cons here. So.
Yeah, never been to a con, so
Um,
I have myself 3 local cons that I go to, but you basically got to save up for the entire year to go to them.
yeah. Well, the funny thing is though,
Hopefully.
the closest thing I've ever gone to a quote unquote local convention was about a couple years ago. I think I said something about this a while ago, but there was public library had a sort of like quote unquote geek convention, and like it was in their events room, and probably like 30 or 40 people showed up, and then we had like a Smash Bros tournament, we had trivia, and we had a costuming contest. And the one thing I can remember was during the trivia time is during the trivia I was on team with I think this like 9 or 10 year old boy, and then when the librarian she's when she's reading up the question, she's like, what kind of animal is Knuckles? And then he goes like, enchilada, and then our whole team lost it.
Oh,
wow.
what?
An enchilada, you know, I never heard of that animal, huh? I just make.
I haven't either. I don't think that was an animal.
No, it was
Oh, good. I don't feel dumb now.
It was supposed to be wait, do you get the joke or
Yeah,
I get it. And a
I
kid
get it.
now.
I don't
Enchilada.
know much about Sonic.
so that is the single highlight. And the other highlight was me last minute winning a costume award. Actually in I believe the last minute category, because I used like they had a table for like if you wanted to make props. So I used another I guess sort of friend I made at the convention, but I haven't really kept touch with her. She just like she took a stick, like some kind of stick. I actually have it with me. It's actually on my shelf, and I just colored it green, and then she took like red plastic and wrapped it around, and so it made a rose. And I was cosplaying as a gender swapped Tamaki Suo from Oron High School Host Club. So that's what
Nice.
that's the other I guess highlight of that. And I can't believe I still remember the even though it was several years ago. Woo. Let's see. Do we have people watching this? 4. But I'm one of them because
I am one. I know I'm one of them
Yeah, I'm one of
too.
them.
I'm just.
I think it's just us, to
oh
be honest.
wow. Oh
There's 4 of
dear.
us in the call, and I think it's just us 4 watching the stream.
Well,
Oh,
it
that
is.
reminds me of the old streams I used to do.
Oh, were those a while ago? I'm sorry. I've been subscribed to you for a while. When was the last time you have done a stream?
Over a year ago. So you're.
Oh.
It's not. It's not. It's been a long time.
I see. I see.
think we have one person seeing that I see a 0W0 response.
Oh.
Hmm.
Alice, is that your Hollow? Is that your friend or?
Who? I don't have the stream open itself. Just
it's Riziki.
oh yeah, Riz. Yeah, he's the artist who drew my avatar, and
Ooh.
we've been friends
Hello.
for since 2011. So yeah.
This
Nice.
Hey Riz.
This is a sort of casual stream. I'm just properly sending off the freedom and ease of summer for a life of university. So, what better to do that than to invite a couple friends?
And in my case, I just got back from seeing anime.
What did you see?
Saw
Castle in the Sky in the theaters because of a Ghibli fest going on.
Thing, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I have never been able to see an anime movie in theaters. I came close because I wanted to see Wind Rises when it came out in the theaters here. So that was a while ago. But I didn't do that because I didn't have the time. So yeah, I haven't done that. And I still kind of a tangent here, but there's quite a few people in like AnyTube that have seen like Your Name, and it's only just now like was announced to get like a DVD release. So that means I've got and judging by you know the director, it's like I want to see this thing in the best quality. So I'm gonna wait because my library actually has a new youth director who also happens to be an anime
called Hannah in here.
Hi.
Hello.
No.
hello.
Yes, to show up. Hi.
Can you introduce yourselves for those not familiar with you? Or
All right. I am HS Media Nerd or Analysis, depending on when you came across my.
Oh, it's video nerd, yeah.
Yeah.
Following on Twitter.
Let me address Riz on the chat here. Well, Riz, like the Netflix Death Note, avoid it, if you're watching it by itself. But if you have some buddies, listen, watch it.
Oh, the Netflix Death Note.
Watch it, with some friends.
Selena, you should have asked Brad Swale what he thought about the Netflix Death Note.
You'll get a lot.
I was gonna do
apart.
when I was in line. People were gonna say there was a person, I don't know if they did this, but they said, I'm going to say to him, I loved you in the live action movie. I was not going to do that. I was not going to do that. I am going to only be like, hello, thank you so much for coming. It was so much fun at your last panel. And I asked him to do the potato chip line, which was pretty good. And then he even included the dramatic sound effects of the chip breaking into glitter.
Oh,
I wish I had potato chips right now. Ooh.
Same.
Potato chips just make you salty, though. Like everyone is over the Death Note movie.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no potato chips in the movie. So
yeah.
Well,
so it's
that's how much.
yeah.
That's how much they did not understand. How can you not? How can you have Death Note without the potato chips?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like let's completely ignore the fact that Light's actor was not very good, but
oh god,
dude's pretty much the direction that they took him is oh my god, it's just the weirdest thing.
Well, I think I could see what they were trying to make a more sympathetic Light, but
they tried to reinterpret the whole genius thing, where instead of this guy being a genius and a cool guy and brave and stuff, he's a genius and a
I can say so much right now, but I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I don't care. You can spoil it. I haven't seen it yet.
Have all of us seen the anime Death Note then? So
yes.
I have.
I was gonna say, to be fair, like that whole stereotype of like a sleek, silent, honest student, I think it doesn't really apply to U.S. students as much as it does to Japanese students. So maybe that's why they had to try and give it some false equivalence. Because you see Mia, she's not an idol because idols of that age don't really exist in the U.S. So she was a cheerleader.
Yeah, but it's like
although
the direction. Okay.
Mia acted more like light
Yeah.
than light.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is. Okay, it's really weird. It's kind of a weird thing. Like, it's like, okay, between, Light Turner and, Mia and stuff, it's kind of like if you took Light, like two sides of what made, Light Yagami's character in the anime, it's if you split, both qualities, both like both sides of his character and made separate characters out of them. And it's like, it is just.
And take out all the charisma
Take out the charisma and the courage and all that. You basically make the Misa equivalent. The calculative, backstabbing or the manipulative, calculative, and that side of Light with and his sort of the side with the conscience and sense of kind of justice, but at the same time you take out stuff that made Light what he is, and it's like you just get it's just a weird imbalance of as far as the character dynamics go.
So as far as I could tell, it looks like Mia is one part of Light in the anime, and then Light is the other part, and they didn't do a good job of mixing the two because they actually personified them as different characters.
It's like the direction. I think, and Go Jesus, actually, was pretty on the money. The direction they wanted to take him was something along the lines of a potential school shooter type character. Like he's like a representation of the kind of person who would shoot up a school, but instead of a gun, it's a Death Note. So
that is an interesting idea and definitely more American, but
yeah, it is not Light at all. Like
no.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe the direction they should have taken it in was just have the Death Note come to someone else and make an original story out of it.
Or better yet, like Mia is pretty much like Light without the intellect. So
and charm.
and a charm. So why not make her, the Light in Death Note? You might as well. She's like him, kind of. So
probably is more like Light than Light is like Light. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the only redeeming factors of the movie that I actually do legitimately say is good was kind of Willem Dafoe as Ryuk.
He was on the money. Unfortunately, Ryuk in this is not Ryuk from the anime. They totally changed them into a more because in the original Ryuk was just a guy who did what he did because he wanted have to have fun and mess around and just give the Death Note to this kid and watch the shit go. Yeah, see what happens. Well, in this one, he's definitely more sinister. He has some kind of motivation. He's not simply doing it because for fun. He obviously has some kind of agenda, and so on one hand, you have Willem Dafoe, who his performance is really good, like spot on, but the character that he's performing as is not the same as the source. It's different. So
although I think in this case it's not as bad.
Yeah, it's not as bad. They definitely keep things that made the source. Yeah, definitely. They keep some things, the essential things, and at least that matters, I guess. So, then I like the L in the movie. Honestly,
I did too.
Yeah, I like
this L. Yeah. And I like the idea of for this L in particular to kind of test his sort of moral code, I guess you can say, because obviously as it goes on, he becomes more unstable and he starts to slip up with with his sense of justice. I like what the film wanted to do with that, and obviously it's they did it in the most overblown, campy way. I mean, the the film's tone is all over the place, but
Yeah.
I like the idea. So
I'll put it best in this word. Oh, that's stupid.
Oh dear.
oh my god, yeah, okay, Adam Wingard is the director of this. Okay, it's kind of like how to describe the tone? Like, okay, at one part it'll be all serious and atmospheric, and it's like, oh man,
Yeah.
like this is actually feels like Death Note kind of, and then the next it's like it is just it'll do something that will just make your like jaw drop with just how out of left field it all is. Like at one point,
Light meeting Ryuk.
yeah, well, if you've seen the clip of Light meeting Ryuk for the first time, it is just the most hilarious thing. And if you're watching with buddies,
No, you know what I found the most hilarious thing was those death scenes from early on where it's like, so a pram is going down, then it trips on like a basketball, then that steers a truck, of course. That's like the most accident-prone shit ever.
And it just takes should I like say it? Like it just takes his entire head off. And I'm like, does a ladder?
Straight out of Final Destination.
Like I don't think a ladder, even with that, I don't think a ladder can do that.
Yeah, I think it's a bit too. The bar of the ladder is a bit too thick to actually chop someone's head.
You have to be speeding at 100 miles an hour to be doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like he was slowing around the corner, slowing down.
And of course, there are times, where the film will use slow motion and
oh no,
oh god, and there are some slow motion moments that are just some of the most hilarious.
Like there are plenty of slow motion moments in the anime though. So were they trying to emulate that, or I haven't seen this.
No, it is. Like the director wanted to go for something stylistic. He ended up going for something unintentionally hilarious.
Well, I think the Death Note anime is full of those too. I think.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely full of those, but it actually works kind of.
In the anime, it's for I guess for dramatic effect. They wanted to do the same thing for here, but let's just say that with everything else about the tone, I'm not gonna. I don't. One of them's tied to the ending. Actually, the third act, so I won't spoil that. Okay, but at one point, there's a bunch of FBI agents who are lined up because they're under the influence of the Death Note. They're all lined up and they're walking, to or up a building to the rooftop. Yeah. And I swear to God, it's like it came straight out of a freaking modeling commercial or something.
And when they jumped, it was like The Happening.
Yeah, it was like The Happening when they jumped off the building.
You know what?
It's stupid.
That could almost be kind of the thing. This is The Happening of anime movies.
Yeah.
I will say that I enjoyed this Death Note film a lot more than I enjoyed the Ghost in the Shell film, though.
I've not seen the Ghost in the Shell one. I kind of still want to see it.
I don't want to watch it.
If you have a movie night and stuff, I watched this with Go Jesus in his Discord with everyone with company and all that. It was just the biggest shit pile we've ever taken apart. It was just one moment after another was just pure comedy, unintentional comedy. I've never laughed so hard watching a film with people in my life.
Also the climax. There's a certain moment in the climax that I started to bawlingly laugh at, and I'm like, I shouldn't be laughing at this. Yeah, this is meant to be taken seriously, but it's so stupid.
This director's iTunes playlist, man. I don't know what's up with him and his playlist. For some reason, he just had to put frickin' Chicago in there.
What?
He uses the film uses a Chicago song
Yeah, it takes place in
I
Syria.
had seen
Take
Chicago,
place in Seattle.
but
and it is
Should have been Ryuk. Yeah.
it is one of the worst uses of a Chicago song I have ever witnessed. It is hilarious.
if let me put it this way: if you're gonna watch it with friends or watch it with
do
family.
Yeah, that's the
Or watch
only
it
way.
drunk.
Yeah, or drunk or high. Do that, and you'll have a good time if you watch Netflix Death Note.
Yeah, I had a blast. I'd watch it again.
Yeah. Just
Still hoping that we get an actual good anime movie at some point. I'm starting to think it's more and more impossible.
Well, they're
we
gonna
have
keep,
one. It's called Pacific Rim.
Yeah, but
well,
that's
they're
not
gonna keep
based on
trying
anime.
regardless. So,
Isn't there the Tom Cruise movie?
Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Edge of Tomorrow.
That's a
is
manga adaptation of All You Need Is Kill. I've heard mixed things about it, but apparently it's one of the better ones.
I thought it was a really fun movie. Definitely one of the better action movies I've seen in a while, I guess.
But the thing is,
I did watch. There was this guy named Departed Reflections who did a review about it. Who actually
yeah,
pointed
Departed,
out
yes.
problems I had. Yeah, I didn't
The guy
realize
who's
it.
like,
who departed for a while.
yeah,
But he pointed out how the characters should have been much younger. So like, even though
Well,
the young author
was like,
crowd is
yeah.
technically like not as profitable, I guess. I think I agree with him that they should have probably matched the actual characters of the film to the characters of the manga, so it would have been more like a young adult, like maybe 20-year-olds, maybe instead to compromise.
I think his issue was more so the fact that the film tried to use Tom Cruise for star power, but it did nothing, and
yeah,
the film suffered as a result.
it's like the second time they've used the second time they used Tom Cruise for star power and it failed was The Mummy this year. So maybe Hollywood needs to catch on and say, oh, so stars don't automatically mean big bucks anymore.
Well, maybe it's just that Tom Cruise automatically doesn't mean big bucks anymore.
I was going to say the same thing happened with Scarlett Johansson in Ghost in the Shell, though. So,
but the thing is, though, the part of the reason was that I found a new article where it's just like the reason that Ghost in the Shell did not do very well in the box office is you've got all these like millions of people that's like, why don't you cast a Japanese woman for Motoko? Like that. You had plenty of those people, and then the worst part is like what I would assume most of these people that would be upset over Ghost in the Shell either are not Ghost in the Shell fans or have no intention of seeing the movie regardless. So
yeah, I'm just
money's the
yeah, that was the thing. That was the hilarious thing.
She's almost complete cyborg. She's almost completely a robot. She could be any nationality and it wouldn't matter.
I mean, to be fair, the movie did not do an incredible job of trying to cover that up because they tried to pander. Yeah. They tried to pander to that audience at the end, and that just made it even more insulting. It's like, she was actually Japanese all along.
Can I just say that Motoko Kusanagi is not a common Japanese name at all? Like, no one names their kid Motoko. And like, like it's implied that all the members of Section 9 have code names. Like, that wouldn't be their name at birth. Like, no chance.
Yeah. I get the feeling half the people that were mad at Death Note for whitewashing are the exact same people.
I don't think there were as many, because I think there was more of an acknowledgement that it was an American adaptation, whereas with Ghost in the Shell it was a bit more ambiguous, because it technically took place in futuristic Japan.
Yeah.
And they had...
True.
Yeah.
Whereas I think also, is it because like the theatrical release, I guess, makes it more high profile? Like you see the advertisements on TV and stuff, whereas the Death Note...
Yeah, like in the subway and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Also, from what I could tell, it looked like they were mixing different elements from different Ghost in the Shells.
So. Yeah, Connor's gone.
Oh. Wait.
What?
No, it's...
It says see you later in the chat.
Hollow left a couple minutes ago, probably. So maybe he'll show up.
It says see you later in the chat.
I was responding to Reese.
Oh, okay, because Reese is gone.
Yeah,
okay.
no, I'm not gone. I'm not gone, although Hollow's gone.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh,
bye, Hollow.
Thanks for the subscription. You probably won't see anything for a very, very long time, but I appreciate the thought. Thanks, Reese. If you happen to be... Oh, no. Oh, well.
Mm-hmm. Actually, might as well ask this question to you guys, since I don't know if you ever responded, but do you think I should do a Death Note movie review? Because I kind of want to review this.
If you want, you don't have to get our permission for it.
Here's the
No,
thing.
I'm just kind of
everyone is going to be doing
opinions.
that. So,
So if
everyone is going to be doing that because they want to make that YouTube dollar for the sake of relevancy.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, what do you want to do this for? Like, do you feel the need to like get thoughts off your chest, and then you're just gonna hash out this video in a couple of days, and then go for it? But if you want to do this for, like I said, it's like I don't think you are doing it for.
I want to review this because I just want to talk about it. It's not for any money's sake or clickbait's sake. I just want to review it.
Then by all means, go ahead.
Maybe something that would be fun is if you got like a friend to do the video with you, so you could just have a conversation instead of a full-on review.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Just wish I had someone to do that with now. Crap.
I would volunteer myself, but I'm still busy. So.
Well, thank you for coming to the stream, then.
Yeah. Oh, anytime. I managed to find some time, and I wanted to talk to you also.
That's cool.
Yeah, university life. Woo, woo. So,
Hannah, have your classes started yet, or?
They start on Tuesday. So.
Okay, mine start the week after yours then.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, tomorrow is like school-specific orientation, so I'll be being in the orientation for the College of Arts and Sciences, and then people will be for the engineering and stuff. So I don't know how it's gonna go.
And I'm just sitting here bored and just trying to look for something to do.
And I've got
because
work
I
for
finished
Tristan
college
to do
years ago.
What new videos are you working on?
Or is that confidential?
For Tristan, you mean, or?
Yeah, or for the what's the channel called again? I'm sorry.
Cartoon Cypher.
Yeah, Cartoon Cypher.
Eric gave it a dumb name. Don't blame me.
Okay.
Oh, Sheena!
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
I just
How you
realized
doing?
I'm on a different I'm on a different email or YouTube channel. I was like, why is it my face?
Oh, hey, hello.
Hey,
Hello's back.
Hello's back.
Good. Oh, sorry.
You got in right when Sheena has joined, so woohoo!
Yeah, the Wi-Fi hotspot went down. Oh man.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
More Death Note live action discourse, I guess.
Discourse.
What do you guys talk about since I disconnected?
Connor was wondering if he should review it, and then we were talking about whether he should or not.
Well, why not?
Sure. Well, he was asking like if we would be interested. So.
Yeah.
And question for Sheena: have you ever in your life had any experience with college or university?
Yeah, I'm a graduate. Woohoo!
Okay. And so for this stream though, since you have, can you give me at least one piece of advice, anything regarding college or something? Because I'm slightly terrified.
I would recommend joining clubs. That's what I did to kind of like what happened when I went to college is a lot of my friends in high school, they ended up going to like going up north or going to a different state. And so I was kind of like by myself. So what I did was join like a bunch of clubs to basically meet a lot of new people. And so like, and I would try my best to try to go to those club meetings because there was a time where I stopped going to club meetings and then I just like fell out of like the social like life. And so I would recommend joining a club and kind of being more active.
And the social life. I live on an island full of old people now, so I don't have a social life.
Yeah. That's my recommendation. I wish I would have been more active with like club stuff because
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I've tried the club scenario before. I guess it works if you're really interested in this stuff, but if you're not, then it can backfire. I've noticed at least.
Yeah, it could do that. I mean, I joined an anime club.
I'm gonna keep my eye out definitely for an anime club. So,
Selena, you're like the queen of your anime club or something?
for my at my high school, I was the club leader for 2 years, and so that was a rather interesting experience. But like, it's like because nobody else really was sort of up to the challenge. And the thing is, though, if you want to know just how terrible I am, okay, so it's like sophomore year is when the anime club got quote unquote revived, and the leaders, there were 3 of them. There were girls, and they were all seniors. But then it's like I remember for I believe my birthday that year for my sophomore year, I asked for a laptop, but my I was like, okay, get me like one of those older models with a VGA port in case I gotta put because my school's projectors I don't believe have HDMI. I don't think so. And then so I was just like, you know what? Because I'm like, one day I'm going to need this. And it's just like, and then the very last day of my sophomore year's anime club, when all the seniors quote unquote retired, then there was just like, who wants to lead this next year? And then my hand shot up and nobody else did. And then everybody's just like, do we have any objections on that? And nobody said anything. It's just like, okay, good luck.
So he's rushing through the room saying, no, not her.
And so that's how I became a club overlord, the weeaboo overlord for 2 years through trials and tribulations and low turnout. But it was still worth it. And my mom was just like, that's so good. At least you could say you got leadership experience. And I was like, sure. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you could. It wasn't Miles a former anime club president, so.
Was he?
Yeah, I think so. He keeps going on about it on his Twitter, so.
I know
think it means a lot to him.
The anime club that my college had is they run their own anime convention. Actually, it's like a free anime convention.
Wow, a club that runs a convention. Wow.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. They run it on campus, and it's like they have it. It's only been around for 2 years, but it's actually like really, really cool because they actually had the English voice actress for, oh gosh, what's her name? 2B or whatever from Nier.
Akira Buckley.
I don't know, whatever. Yeah, they actually had her. I didn't really play the game, so I didn't really care. But
yeah,
but
that's it.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. And I know like the former club president now works for like Aki Bento or something. But like I guess it really depends on like the club, on how active it is, if you know how successful.
Yeah. So, Selena, I will say that since I went to the music campus of my university, the only club they had available there was the Christianity Club. So.
Oh, poor you.
Yeah. So yeah, clubs was another thing for me. Although I was kind of forced into organizing several ensembles because I had to. But thank God that's over because I'm not good at looking after kids.
Well, neither am I.
Yeah. Kids
or you could just like join whatever, because actually I also joined it was a video game design club, and it was mostly for like people like that's into coding and stuff, which I didn't really care. All I cared was the video game part of it.
Yeah.
But I met like a lot of friends through that too. I don't really talk to them anymore, but they got me through college, so whatever, right?
Yeah. I'm a freshman too, actually, so thanks for the advice. Just got here.
Mutually beneficial. There we go. And
beneficial friends with benefits. No.
Avi, stop.
No.
That's not what he meant.
Of course it wasn't what I meant. Let's see.
So you guys are talking about Death Note?
So I think I'm the only one that has not seen the live action because I don't have a Netflix account. But actually,
I haven't seen it either.
There are other ways. I won't say how. But
Secret Netflix.
Yeah, Secret Netflix is one of them. You know.
We'll push it under the table here.
I've only seen like clips of it because, well, I don't have a Netflix account either, but I use my boyfriend's mom's account.
Well, that's a couple of degrees of separation. Boyfriend's mom's Netflix account.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know, like At first, when I was like watching the trailer when it first came out, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be interesting, like an American version of Death Note, which is kind of cool." But then when I see all these clips on like Twitter of like Light, is it Light? Like it's not Yagami, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's Light Turner.
Light burner.
It's dumb.
Insert your
reminds
Fairly
me-
Odd Parents joke.
I think an entire Fairly Odd Parents parody song. I don't think it's any good.
Oh yeah, I remember you made
Yeah, it's
that.
like Light is just an average
Yeah,
kid, excels
don't-
in average class.
No, wait. Let me try to find it. Let me see where.
I dare you to perform it here.
I'm
Live.
looking for it so I can perform it. Where? This is in 2016. Okay, it has to be here somewhere. Let's see. I had it somewhere. This is June. Nope. No. No, did I delete it?
oh, now you have to perform it.
Alright, let me try to figure it out. I must have deleted it. But let's see. I see Wegmans mangoes. I'm just looking again.
And I apologize, but I will have to go on mute for a little while. I have a little bit. So you can actually talk about those, I guess, the spoilers, I guess, Sheena, if you don't care. But I think I want to find out, so.
All right.
Light is, I'm trying to sing it off the top of my head now. Light is just an average kid, and no one understands. Mom and Dad and Misa always giving him demands. The doom and gloom up in his room is all around constantly.
Oh yeah, I found it on Google Images. Here we go.
Because in reality, he's got a death note. Here's a pen, go on, write in bed. Death note, he got a death note. And then there were like a whole ton of different ways of death. It was like, suicide buildings or something.
Suicide building.
Suicide
building.
My
What
favorite
kind of
buildings.
name would you write down if you got a death note? And then Elle would come in and be like, oh, bother. And then he would die.
Nice.
I wish I had the actual song. I'm sorry.
No, I found it on Google Images just now.
Google Images.
Yeah, I just typed in Death Note, like Fairly Odd Parents parody, and like here it is.
Wait, really? Share it in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
Wait, this is the one I wrote. Oh,
Yep,
okay.
that's the one I found because I remember I saw an image of someone posting it. So
All right. Light is just an average kid that no one understands. Mom and Dad Mia always giving him demands. The doom and gloom up in his room is all around constantly. By his magic little book and old Ryuk. Cause in reality, he's got a death note. Here's a pen, go on, right ahead. Death note, he's got a death note. Find name, write it down, potato chip, eat it. That guy. Suicide, death plunge is all good justice.
oh yeah, I also
Death
found
note, he's
this.
got a death note. Everything goes according to plan when you've got a death note. So yeah, a bit different.
I'm
than I-
saving this.
Yeah. Any of you want to share it, go ahead. Do you still want me to perform it maybe, like actually in a video?
That would be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder how popular it would be. Thank you for finding it.
So the only the one clip that I keep seeing everyone posting on Twitter about it is when Light meets Ryuk and he's like
Yeah.
screaming like
Yeah. There are more, like campy moments like that, in the film. Is just wow.
It is
What they do.
It's like if Death Note got mixed with a B movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm.
There's Adam Wingard, he definitely likes his 80s influence. I mean, even the soundtrack to this
Yeah, it
thing
sounded like an
is
80s cult movie. Yeah.
is filled to the brim with like 80s songs, and You know, it's synth. The soundtrack, the musical score is synth.
Yeah, and that was pretty good actually. I like that.
Go Jesus didn't, but you know, yeah.
Well, if Go Jesus demands, then nah, I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to look at the director who did this, and
I think
everyone's just been saying watch the host instead because it's the same director, same composer. Everyone says it's.
I think he directed You're Next. He directed that film. I think
he directed the new Blair Witch movie too. Apparently.
Yeah. He
did. Okay.
I haven't seen it, so I haven't seen any of his movies.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess after seeing all these like clips of the movie, I don't really feel inclined to watch it anymore.
If you're going to watch it with a friend.
Yeah, go watch it with company. You should do that. You'll just hang apart.
Misery loves company, basically.
like yeah. I mean, just get it some friends. Drink your ass off. Put it on. I was gonna
say, is this a good like drinking game?
Oh, dude, it is just it is so stupid.
Or for anyone that's familiar with it, go for the MSK3 or Mystery Science Theater 3000 attempt and just riff it.
Yeah, I mean, like, goddamn, like, you know, Light. Okay, they make illusions that this version of Light is supposed to be smart. Yet here he is talking about the Death Note at school.
Not even that. He has it in plain view.
Yes, he has the Death Note in public at school. He doesn't hide it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the way like he's been portrayed isn't what Light is supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like, he's supposed to be like a really odd kid.
Oh my god. Yeah, the writing in this film, man, it just makes him look like a freaking, sound like a dork. Like, not even like a realistic-ish dork. Like,
I think I quoted in my script, punk ass bitch was what I called him.
Yeah, punk ass bitch motherfucker. Whatever that did you call us the other day.
Punk ass bitch motherfucker.
God, it was. Oh my god, man!
And the way like they designed him, I don't know, like the blonde, like little.
Yeah, the dirty blonde.
He is basically a school shooter with a Death Note.
Yeah,
that's one way of describing him.
Yeah.
He does look like one. I don't know.
They
he looks familiar. What is he from?
I was gonna say, like, for all the fucking needle drops in the soundtrack, they should have had pumped up kicks.
No.
Oh. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks.
Just everyone's dying.
Outrun my head. Outrun my pet.
And Light and L have a chase sequence.
Yeah,
I saw that in the trailer. What was so? I mean, are we allowed to say spoilers? Because I don't really care for the movie. But what was the whole like Ferris wheel deal?
Oh, that's the third act.
Like,
that's in the third act. Yeah, it ends in a really terrible way. You know, it's just it's hilarious.
Stupid.
It's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, fuck the ending. Yeah.
So the ending. So the Ferris wheel is in relation to the ending. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close to the ending. Yeah.
I burst out laughing when that happened.
Yeah, let's just say the director utilizes freaking Chicago and Air Supply, 80 songs.
Air Supply?
It uses 8 songs in the endings, and they're just really badly used. In a way that just absolutely drops your jaw, and I just couldn't take it. I just burst out. The people I watched it with bursted out because it was just terrible. It's just the worst.
So sad. I mean, like I could see, you know, like the ending of Death Note, like the anime and the manga, like being really, really well done. If it was written well, I could see it like being done in a live action, like really well. being really intense, but it's kind of sad that they did it that way in some kind of.
Well, here's the thing, though. I don't know if I should I don't know if I should spoil like how what the ending ends on. I don't know if I should,
Wait.
say it.
Do Near and the other guy come in the movie at all?
No.
Like, are they people?
Oh
No, they're not.
They're not
Actually, in fact,
That was gonna be my other question, yeah.
in fact,
One's a robot.
in fact, Light doesn't. Okay, Light doesn't have a mom or a sister. His mom died before the story, and doesn't have a sister at all.
Cliche.
Oh, the mother thing is treated like with such is an exposition dump. Like,
Yeah.
oh, your life is because of your mother dying. Like,
Wink, wink, nudge,
Yeah,
nudge.
and he has
it's so freaking blatant.
yeah, and he has a daddy doesn't understand me moment.
Is his dad also an officer in this one too, or a detective?
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of okay. It uses this script utilizes the F word a lot because apparently that makes
fuck.
it that makes it more mature somehow. They just
It's
have
edgy. It makes it edgy. It fits with the whole look.
Yeah, I mean it's like a angsty teenager wrote this movie.
I could see that. I mean, the whole thing looks kind of like it.
It was
that's why
probably
Death Note
some
in general
edgy
just gets a lot of
teenager
flack.
that actually bought a Death Note. They decided to make a movie.
Basically, it's Death Note fan fiction, as written by angsty Death Note fan. That's a screen.
Well, I think a Death Note fan would try to write it a bit better than this. So
Yeah, well, considering that that L's black, it's a progressive angsty Death Note fan.
well, that's
Aggressive.
Elle was actually good in this film.
Yeah,
So
that's one thing. The person the guy who plays L is actually pretty good for the character he was given. Just wish it was attached to a better movie, but
Yeah.
they should have Black Elle, the series.
I mean, given that he's technically the greatest detective, you could do that.
Yeah, you
They
could have
just
a
have,
series
another
about just Black Elle.
well, not Sherlock necessarily, but like a Sherlock Holmes type deal. I would watch it.
Just about.
I-
Oh my god.
I just watch it just to see L again.
yeah.
Was he at least portrayed well, or not really?
Yeah, he's pretty good actually. He's a pretty
The
good
thing
character.
is, weird as it is, he's a very different type of L.
Not
the L of the anime, but that actually is one of the few times that I think works.
He's L. He's the L from the anime, in the first half. But then something happens, and it kind of the thing they go for is that this happens, and it pushes his moral code because this L has a moral code. He doesn't kill people. He doesn't use a gun and all that. But something happens during the film that makes him that pushes him and pushes his morality. And it's one of those things where it's a good idea, and I can see where.
So he's like Batman.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, that's so American.
gradually. Yeah.
Wow, you
So-
got Black Batman now.
So it seems like the issue with the movie overall is that it tried to be an American version, but it was like the bad type of Americanization.
Okay.
that happened.
Okay.
It has to be an American version because it's American.
All right.
Like,
So
they messed it up.
basically, how to describe it's basically director Adam Wingard, right? Okay, this is an Adam Wingard film. Okay, this is kind of trying to be a tribute to 80s horror films, horror thrillers of 80s and stuff, or B movies or Grindhouse. There's even elements of Grindhouse in Death Note.
What?
Okay, but it's the director, decided he would just make his own film that just so happens to have a Death Note in it, and maybe a few elements here and there. Okay, it's an adaptation that neither understands or respects the material, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never seen, you know, like the Ghost in the Shell live action film, but from what I can gather, it's a film that, you know, tries really hard to respect the the original movie without really understanding it. This film is pretty much, you know, like
it doesn't know what it even is, or what Death Note is.
This movie, it's disrespectful to its source material at best.
But it's still funny, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing.
So it's automatically better than Ghost in the Shell.
Funny.
Because like Ghost in the Shell was such a paint by numbers film. It's like, this happened in the original. Okay, cool. Let's do this. We need to update this. Okay, let's do it like this. Death Note, I didn't really know what they were gonna do with it, and it was kind of surprising. So
yeah, although somehow I guessed one of the biggest twists of the movie, like about 20 minutes before they actually revealed that twist. I'm like, huh.
Oh, lol.
I actually didn't expect them to do that twist, because it's like, I think the twist that I'm thinking of is way too clever for this movie. And convoluted. And they did it anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to watch it one day. One day.
Maybe the Saint Seiya live action film will be good.
God. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of what anime could possibly lend itself to live action, but it's actually harder than I thought.
Yeah, it is
The
really
thing
hard,
is,
I think
it's doable, but not easily.
yeah, I'm thinking right now of something like Psycho Pass, where the director actually did work in live action before coming to the anime.
Possibly,
Mhm.
but I think that would work more as like a TV show type thing instead of just a movie.
Oh yeah, probably a TV show would be better, but just something live action.
Yeah.
I have been resurrected.
Yay!
Welcome back!
Hey.
What did I miss?
Oh, wait,
We're death
We're Death Noting.
and the death of Hollow, because he's not here anymore.
for the
Oh,
second
and you-
time.
And you missed it. I found Abby found the song I wrote.
Yeah, so you missed Hannah's singing.
It's in the VOD, so.
Yeah, check it out. I might actually make it a video just for fun. I'll get in those YouTube clips.
Now that the Death Note movie has been released and it is relevant, I suggest you get that done probably within like the next week.
I can do that.
If you want to
I can do
I think I'll have some time tomorrow, hopefully. So I could just quickly sing it, grab some Fairly Odd Parents background music, and poorly Photoshop all the faces onto the Fairly Odd Parents characters, I guess.
No crap, keep dropping like
I
dumb
eagerly await your video.
I don't know.
do too.
What I'm probably gonna end up doing is just make a picture and then sing over it and then submit it. It won't be visually interesting, but hopefully I'll sing and entertain.
Gotta put the lyrics on there too.
Yeah.
Bouncing
Ladies.
lyrics. The bouncing. Follow the bouncing ball.
No, just have it be like Light's head or something. The bouncing ball.
Which Light's head? Light Turner?
Light Turner.
Light-
of him
Either do
screaming.
Light Turner, or do one of Light's goofier faces.
No. What you should do
what
is
about,
get
like, the
the head of
finales?
that guy. No, the head of the guy who got his head chopped off by the ladder.
So morbid, I love it.
Oh my god. I mean, this is Death Note.
Mhm.
May as well go full out morbid. Oh man.
I don't really know what kind of anime would translate well into a Western live action. That'd be the harder one, because there's a lot of live action.
I wonder how they do something like a Bakano or Tekkai Sensen, like an anime that already takes place in America.
Yeah, those could work. I was also thinking maybe Trigun.
This
Yeah,
is a bit
maybe
of a
try
dead
that.
one, considering it's already gotten adaptation, but it's in Japan. But something like Full Metal Alchemist, I would think. But I don't know.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
I think it could,
I don't
it
believe
could
it.
work,
I can't
but
trust
Good,
it.
but you have to change a lot.
Maybe
Yeah, you have to-
something like Yuri on Ice.
well, that's the thing is that Yuri on Ice would be better as a live action because the visuals would be more consistent. But here's the thing: skaters can't act and actors can't skate, so
That's true.
you have to do
Same.
a lot of.
Would,
a lot
or
of,
you
like,
or you need like a lot of stunt doubles, but
Yeah,
that.
they have to be really like clever with
I
that.
feel like Showa would be a good live action, but that wouldn't. That we can't Americanize Showa, so
Oh, no,
no.
you have to be
that would
Japanese.
literally
Yeah.
destroy the entire show.
It kind of destroys the point of
Yeah.
Showa if it was done
Um,
American.
Maybe like one of the KyoAni shows. Like maybe I could see maybe Hibike Euphonium being a longer live action TV show or free maybe.
I
can
don't
see
know about free.
Maybe
could-
not free.
It just wouldn't be accepted in the Western countries because I don't know how.
How
That would
man
work.
service works, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how a JoJo live action would go.
Oh yeah,
Well, we're getting one.
Isn't there one?
Has anyone here seen Pat Labor?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, I was going to say Pat Labor, but if no one's seen it, then no point discussing it. So
Oh yeah. I
I
was
feel like it
thinking
would have to be a show that's not like in the real world or something like. I mean, I would even see like Ghost in the Shell would have done really well because it's like that's like in an alternate universe.
Yeah,
kind of thing,
and
you know.
futuristic. It's kind of like how I could see a Cowboy Bebop movie if they were careful enough with it.
they almost had one with Keanu Reeves.
with
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves
Oh,
as
that was
Spike.
true. That was true.
That
I
was
think so.
true.
That was real, yeah.
Oh,
And
that was
I've
just-
actually seen some shots of Benedict Cumberbatch dressed as Spike. He looks pretty good, to be honest.
Seriously? I don't see it because like the face, like that doesn't work. Like they already
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch's
How
face.
they
about
already have
something
Doctor
like
Strange.
how about something like Durarara? Except that's also kind of entrenched in Japanese culture, so
Yeah, maybe that's why
not.
Baccano would be better for that. So.
Yeah.
I think Baccano would definitely be the better option of the two, though
Is
it's
it?
doable.
Yeah, although executives don't really care about Baccano, so probably not.
Yeah.
That's not gonna make
Clearly not enough because like didn't like Funimation get this like license privileges revoked or something? And then everyone was freaking out. It's just like, oh my god,
just-
any participating.
Well, it just expired, so.
Yeah.
All right.
I wonder
It's a
what
shame
live
the same
action
thing happened to Full Metal Alchemist.
what would a live
my-
action Berserk look like?
Oh god! Oh god!
Yeah.
red paint.
Well,
Live action Persona 5.
yeah.
Live
For some
action
reason-
Persona 4.
You know what?
There's some-
Honestly, a live action Persona 5 would probably be better than a live action Berserk.
well,
Nah.
for some reason, the hotspot I use does not want me to stream.
Oh.
Oh no, the love.
Well, you're here now though, so
Yay.
here.
We're playing
Now.
basically
Well,
Russian
now.
roulette on what would be a good live action Western adaptation of an anime.
Fate Stay Night.
Yeah,
Oh god!
actually, that would be really cool.
It'd be cool,
Well,
but I
You'd
see
have to-
it
You'd
as
have,
a
you'd have to
special
remove
effects
the
heavy
you'd have to
one.
remove the CGI dragon sex metaphor.
Yeah.
CGI
Dragon sex metaphor.
Thanks.
I
Oh
think
yeah,
it
what about
would be
Spice and
more
Wolf?
like a what?
Oh,
just
Spice
going
and
through
Wolf. Yeah,
I'm
Spice and
going
Wolf
through
would be pretty good.
Actually,
I'm just going through my disc wallet randomly at this point and
I
just looking at whatever anime I see.
Dude, like, okay, Spice and Wolf, okay, the characters are like, Caucasian already, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so,
like medieval.
so, you
but
know-
we're still gonna have people complain. Probably it's from
Yeah.
Japan, so it's obviously about Japanese
And then-
characters.
screw those people. Okay, Spice and Wolf would make for a good candidate for live action if
Yeah.
done right.
What about Lupin? Do you think Lupin could work as a film?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think so.
I think
totally.
there actually is a live action Lupin.
Yeah, it's a Japanese movie.
Yeah.
So
Well, actually, yeah,
Will
that's the tricky
Asian, would
thing
it?
because Lupin himself is French, but all his sidekicks and his main enemy is Japanese. So
Yeah.
that's the weird thing. It's kind of an international thing.
well, it is multicultural, so yeah,
There you
it'll
go.
work.
Oh yeah, Black Lagoon. I completely forgot about Black
Yeah,
Lagoon.
yeah, Black
Oh,
Lagoon.
Black
Lagoon.
Lagoon.
That would be
Black
really
Lagoon
cool.
would be
I'd
great.
watch it.
Yeah.
amazing.
Black
Yeah,
if
like
done
Michiko
right.
Hache.
Yeah,
There's
that
only like
Michiko no Hachin
one
is pretty
Japanese
good.
character.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about Michiko and Hachin is that they all have Japanese first names, but like Anglo surnames, like Michiko Melandro, Hana Morenos, Satoshi Batista. It's weird.
This definitely won't happen, but Aromaga Sensei live action.
Oh, I think you would have genuine arrests if that ever.
Yeah.
People making the movie would just get arrested.
Let me put it this way: is that the reason why more of the light novels are not getting adapted is because the contents in it are actually illegal. So that's why they have to stop that.
That actually makes a lot of sense now.
So the light novel adaptation bubble has popped.
Yeah, and it won't get translated either because it's fucking illegal.
Wow. How illegal? Like where does it go? Like, and I'm curious.
I don't know. Because like Gaunt was trying to like talk to Bookwalker about potentially getting the translation, and like he said, no, we're not going to do it because it's like actually illegal in the United States for this content to be published. It's like,
Oh my god. Now
They're not really siblings, right? Isn't that the thing, though?
I'm
That's not the problem.
I'm curious.
Well, maybe that's to do with the fact that there's a 12-year-old girl yelling, "I love dick."
well, so like that'd be hell profitable in America. Like, girls
oh, here's some content for you, for the creepy pedophiles.
God.
Hey, yeah, we got to appeal to a bunch of new markets, man. Come on.
Prisma Ilia live action.
No,
Oh no.
no, that would
go. That probably go as well
That
as
would just be a cop sting operation then.
No, yeah, it's
Sorry,
just make
no, I had to
it
do this.
like a cult thing. Yeah.
Okay, so what about well, I don't know about this. What about Fooly Cooly live action? How would that work?
No.
Given that people are so angry that it's getting sequels, I think giving a live action would actually make things worse.
I would say Gangsta would be another good one.
Oh yeah, Gangsta, yeah.
But it's not like a hot property, I guess, and like the manga just got off like a giant hiatus or something.
Yeah, I mean, but I could. Yeah, true. I like it though.
Maybe a live action of Black Bullet. I don't know.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Is that the Lolly Show?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the show.
another one.
One guy.
I think it's like the third
One
Lolly
guy.
show you've mentioned.
No, but if Black Bullet did get a live action, we'd have to deal with a whole ton of terrible child actors, though.
Well, there's a ton of those. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That is true.
Okay, yeah, that's the biggest of our problems.
Oh god.
Disregarding the fact. Oh no.
What about Eden of the East, like live action?
That might work.
Yeah.
I could see that one working too.
Yeah, I can see that one.
That could work as I think that would work better as a. Do you think that would work better as a film or a TV series? Because I've only seen like half of it. I've tried watching it twice and I just can't do it.
I tried watching it I watched the first episode and never got back to it.
I
think it could work as a film.
Yeah, I watched it like all the way back. I used to be obsessed with it like when I was younger, but I need to rewatch it.
I'm curious about what
I know it has an Oasis song, so
what a live action
an
Monogatari would be like. Like now I'm just
Monogatari is so drenched with Japanese subculture.
Yeah,
that's because of like the dialogue is just like translation puns.
It could work if we substitute it with American pop culture or something, and just make it pop culture overlook, like pop culture reference the movie. Basically, that's basically what it would be.
Although that would date it so much.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, I'm gonna say Japanese subculture is better than American subculture a lot of times.
That's just
at least from what little I know of.
That's based on personal preference, though.
Yeah, that's like I'm trying to say that's coming from a very biased perspective.
You guys need some Australian subculture.
Vegemite.
Yeah, Vegemite. Fucking shrimp on the bobby. Yeah. Vegemite's fucking disgusting, by the way.
Okay, well, at least I know that. I never heard that. It was pretty gross. Even
I
though
was just
some
thinking,
Australians say a lot of Australians say it's pretty gross.
what else could work? I'm just thinking. Escaflowne wouldn't work.
I mean,
Oh,
you know,
what about-
mech shows could work. I mean,
All right.
Pacific Rim did pretty good.
But wasn't
Yeah, but then you
Pacific
forget
Rim
we had
not like
G-Savior,
incredibly
which was
successful?
terrible. So.
True. I mean, there's always going to be something bad that'll come out of it, I think.
Yeah.
How about Garfield's not an anime, and it already has 2 live-action films.
Yeah. With Bill Murray.
What?
I heard him say Garfield, and then it was like, oh, Bill Murray.
Yeah, I was just looking at the pile of books next to on my table. It's like, okay, let's see. Rough Guide to the Universe, Kizumonogatari. Oh, Garfield, yay!
I actually had a. I had a sort of serious question that I meant to ask
actually,
before.
speaking of serious question, I think I need to go now.
Oh,
So-
all right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's been nice
It
chatting
was
with
wonderful.
you guys.
Been nice
Wonderful
hanging with you.
It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, nice talking to you as well. Yeah, for the first and second times for some of you, but well.
Yeah.
Okay, see you guys.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
And then, so for the rest of you remaining, I had a questions like, do we think like we're in, I guess, like a quote unquote second era or another era of like anime live action films? Because we had the first batch that was probably spearheaded by like the Dragon Ball Evolution anime. So
Well,
it's like the first.
I think we might.
And
I think it's
well,
kind
it's
of
like-
hand in hand with the
well,
video game second wave that we've
it's-
been getting to.
it's sort
But
of
none
well the whole anime like movie thing like sort of I don't know there was a live action Fist of the North Star all the way back in like
I remember
90s?
hearing about that, though. I needed to see Fist of the North Star. Period.
So I mean like James Cameron wants to do like Battle Angel, so like that
Yeah.
could be a thing. I don't know. Never watched Battle
There's, like-
Angel.
I think it's just a manga at this point.
It's manga.
There is a manga and there is an anime.
Well, I haven't heard anything about the anime. I've only heard
And,
things from the manga.
Thanks, Ben, at the sage. Thanks, Ben.
And then I also posed this question because it's like the first wave happened, and it's like the filmmakers now. It's like that's about the distance between like when those movies came out, and it's like the time it would take to pitch and get these things filmed. So it's like this wave now is like the directors. Obviously, from what I can tell, like the directors of both like of Ghost in the Shell and the Netflix Death Note, they kind of like I guess they have like a sort of like reverence for the original. Like they've learned from like because the guy that wrote Dragon Ball Evolution outright stated that he approached this as a business project, not as a passion project.
Well,
That's why he was like so detached from it.
Well, Death Note. I don't think. I can't really tell if he had reverence for Death Note in the first place. If you watch the film,
If
it doesn't.
he did, he had the bare minimum.
Yeah, the bare minimum maybe, but that's so he can call it Death Note. The rest of it is like his film, more or less. Like
So yeah, his is a weird kind of case where it's like you could say it's a passion project, but it also isn't.
yeah, you know,
It's
it's
a passion
whatever
project for his own.
it's whatever the director wanted to make, but it just has Death Note in it. Has a Death Note in it, and I guess that's
Probably so it could sell better.
yeah.
Yeah. Instead, and that probably backfired majorly.
If you're hearing people in the background, like I'm sorry,
Nah, it's okay.
we have a loudmouth in the house.
Actually, I'm gonna have to bounce too because I think I have to go eat now.
Okay.
Alright.
All right.
Nice meeting you.
All right.
Nice seeing you. Or meeting you.
Yes, seeing. or
Bye.
something or other. All right, see you guys.
Oh wait.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, okay.
All right. So regarding like, oh man, I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind.
Okay. So about that episode 3.
What?
Okay, we don't want to bring up video games right now. Okay.
Well, we could talk
Wait.
about video games, but I don't know what video game you're talking about.
Half-Life.
I don't play.
Oh,
Oh,
Did they
Half-Life
finally
3?
announce
What?
it?
The lead writer like pretty much like gave away what the story could have been.
Oh,
Wait, so it hasn't officially been canceled?
Not officially, but it's just, the writer just decided to lay the story in a blog post, in an official blog post from the actual writer of the games. Like,
So in short, he said, "Fuck it."
yeah, he decided to like say, "Oh, here's the story that could have been, but isn't, because they just haven't made it." You know, so
yeah. Aren't they afraid that like it's so hyped up that it won't ever live up to whatever's going on? So
well,
they
that's
don't want.
that's what they say, but also speculation that Valve has just changed. They don't really want to make any games. Steam makes money. Skins and hats make money, so no point in making games as far as
Kind of a
they're
shame
concerned.
since they did make good games.
And
Yeah,
no amount of fan petition will move it.
yeah.
Unless you do an entire hostile takeover, I bet.
Wonder what like
You know,
well with like now that they've exposed the blog post, I wonder if an extremely dedicated group of people could actually make a fan made version based off that.
Yeah.
Actually, like there's actually something that came up right now. It's called Project Borealis. Like fans are actually trying to do that right now. Like they even have like a Twitter page posted in the group chat, and it's like it's I just found this out just now. So maybe, assuming they don't get taken down, like a fan made episode 3. So
I can't imagine it'd be very long, but that would be interesting.
well,
Still
if Black Mesa is any indication, it's that Half-Life fans are very dedicated dudes. So
All right.
They are.
Yeah. I mean, we did get Kizumonogatari, which was a meme for a while, so maybe with some luck we'll get Half-Life 3. But,
With some luck, get pretty much anything with luck. But although it's weird, you'll get something like, say, Code Geass gets a 3rd season, and yes, Spice and Wolf, which probably deserves it more, doesn't.
oh my god.
Depends on what makes money, because like Code Geass, they were the I haven't seen the numbers, but were the Akito the Exiled OVAs good sellers? Because that might have been.
I don't remember because I never actually got to them. I've only watched the first 2 seasons.
Only saw the first, so yeah, the first of those OVAs.
I would try watching Code Geass again before I touched the Akito the Exiled OVAs, because I don't remember shit about it. I haven't watched them in years. Right.
I've watched scenes from the series back and forth throughout the years. In my opinion, it keeps changing on Code Geass, whether I think it's genuinely good or enjoyably bad.
I remember it being one of the first anime I watched that actually got me to think about what I was watching, like whether like who I sided with and stuff. So, like, oh, is Suzaku right or is Lelouch right? And it kind of helped me become more of an anime fan. So I'm kind of thankful for that. But I'm worried that when I go back and watch it, I'm not gonna like it because it's gonna be too simple, or I don't know.
Here's the thing, and I can reassure you of this: simple is not a word I would use for Code Geass.
I mean, like the topics themselves are like not inherently complex. Like the plot itself might be complex, but like the moral questions it brings up might not necessarily require much thought. But maybe I'm underestimating my younger self.
Yeah, well, I'm still trying to. I actually looking through my. I was looking through my shelf a couple of weeks ago, and I realized I never actually finished my volume 1 of Legend of the Galactic Heroes, the book. So I was trying to go back and read it, and I feel like so it's like I feel like when you're talking about like the plot or like morality, I think like if you wanted to go for something, I guess a little something little quote unquote deeper to sink your teeth into. Probably that from what little I've read. But yeah, it's basically like from the impression that it gives, it's like there is no like quote unquote good or bad, and then there's a lot of characters and you gotta but so that's probably what I can recommend, I guess. I don't know where I was going with this, but
Thanks. I'll check it out when I can. I've still got a lot of manga on my backlog. Like I have the first volume of Goodnight Pun Pun, and I still haven't read it. So
oh, I need to get into that.
yeah.
I wish you both the best of luck. Pun Pun kind of broke me.
I
heard
also
it's
have
pretty dark.
yeah.
Pretty dark. I'm gonna put it on this way. Emotionally, it is basically the Technolize of manga.
Oh, sounds.
And I haven't seen that either.
I'm not sure if I want to delve into nihilism, but sure.
Yeah. It's not exactly nihilism, but just in how brutal it can be.
All right, good to know.
Yeah. I also realize I can only take so much dark material at a time.
I don't think many people can easily read dark stuff all the time either, so you're not alone. Like, when I read, I think, Night by Elie Wiesel, I could barely process what I was reading because it was so dark and brutal, and it only was made more terrifying by the fact, like, oh, it actually happened and stuff, so...
Yeah.
It takes a bit of courage to do stuff like that. So don't think that, like, oh, I don't deal with dark stuff well is incredibly unique. I think it's something a lot of people can relate to. So I'll keep that in mind when I read Pun Pun.
Yeah. Honestly, the whole dark argument is part of the reason why I haven't watched something, say, like BoJack Horseman.
Oh, I only saw the first season for that, but it's depressing.
Yeah. I've had my depressing fill for the moment after Pun Pun.
I think I'm actually going to start watching Game of Thrones soon because, like, my entire floor is Game of Thrones themed and I don't understand anything, so.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah.
That's all. That I have not seen much. I have seen clips and that's it.
I don't care about quality. I just want to watch it.
my only exposure to Game of Thrones is like top 10s and honest trailers. I never seen it.
Yeah. Sorry?
What?
Oh, I thought you were continuing.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think I watched the first 2 episodes a while ago and I had no idea what was going on, but I heard that by the end of the first season it gets really good. And since there's a lot of content to get through, I'll at least watch the first season and see if I want to continue from there. If nothing else, so I could have talking points.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my book.
Speaking of, I think I need to get going myself. I will talk to you all later. It's nice meeting you, Ellis. Is that how you pronounce your name?
You can call me Hollow if you want.
Hollow. Okay.
Sorry about that. I went on mute for a little bit. Don't worry.
No, that's what I was trying to say. You're Hollow of Dawn, right?
Yep.
I love your videos. Just wanted to tell you.
I apologize for not making anything lately. Been busy and I just haven't.
It's okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. I love your Fate Stay Night, the Dean's Fate Stay Night review. It's one of my favorites, actually. So.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Well, it was nice finally getting to talk to you, and it was nice talking to you, Connor and Selena.
Yep.
I'll see you all later.
See you later.
Bye.
And then it was 3.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Now we're just down to 3 people.
I could have sworn I've heard that somewhere else before. Sorry.
No, for me, I almost always say that whenever someone departs, and it just ends up that there's certain people, and so I often say it myself. But it could have been from anywhere. I probably borrowed the reference from somewhere and completely forgot that I did.
That's all right. Maybe we'll find it one day.
Possibly.
So I don't believe I've asked this, but Connor, did you ever did you have any other plans for videos besides like talking about the Death Note live action, or are you not willing to divulge them?
Oh, I'm perfectly willing to divulge them, especially since one's currently in the editing phase and others are all on the way. I have a video planned for my project favorites, which is basically just me talking about the anime that I love, about Maid Dragon next. I had one for Italia uploaded onto YouTube, and they fucking took it down. I am still salty about that.
Did they take it down for copyright or?
Yep. Striking everything.
That sucks. Those suck. Jeez.
Which is why it's like... Sorry, when I was making my winter recap video a while ago, so I was just like, this was the time when everyone was like where's the fair use thing, when that had just blown over, and everyone was like, it's like copyright thing was like at a boiling point. So I was absolutely terrified of using clips. And then I remember I was in a call with a couple other content creators who unfortunately do not have their content anymore. But they said that what really gets you is audio. But then and then I was also terrified. It's just like, oh my god, do I have to cringe and use royalty-free music? And then the helpful thing that I got was from a lad by the name of Callum, and then and then he was just like, you should be fine as long as you don't expose the music by itself for more than 10 seconds. So that's
here's what I've learned. For starters, do not have the music over 10%. If you can reduce the volume of the music, you should be fine. But it has to be on like a very, very low, almost you can't hear that there is music sometimes.
You gotta mask it somehow.
I usually mask it with the voice, and that usually works.
Yeah, same here.
And I do at least give creative control. Like, I'll be like, yo, this is where the music came from, since I got complaints about that in the past. But yeah, no, that was a thing. Also, the video that I linked to you both is just something that happened recently with my channel with the YouTube thing, and it's just so stupid.
So the trials continue.
Oh god, a Yam and Demol. Yeah, I've had a run-in with them in the past.
Which ones?
The people who are the company in this video that I you linked.
Yeah.
I had a run-in with them in the past with one of my videos. I removed it because of them. I think they're like they're kind of like a weird, like, they're basically like, as far as like anime content, they're pretty much just people who are they don't own Hetalia. They just do that because, I don't know, they want like revenue, or they just want to like harass you, or
yeah. I honestly, one thing that I tried to do with it was I tried to, at the very least, email. I actually tried to email them, and I even tried to message them on YouTube being like, yo, so long as you take down the copyright strike, you can have ad revenue. I do not care, but not even that stuff.
They don't have a good track record. If you look them up, it's
yeah, from what it looks to be,
they're not easy.
Yeah, it looks to be, from what little I did look up, they looked to be more of a licensing company, rather than, say, the ones that made it.
Yeah, it's
like
they got me because I used.
Oh, what were you saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying that basically it's like I won one claim only to still have it on the video lost due to another person. That's the pain in the ass part of this. Is like, even though I won one thing, I lost to another. I lost. And it's like,
I
even
hate
if
when
I
that happens.
re-upload, even if I re-upload Hitalia, there is absolutely no way I'm going to get past these guys, because it's like, I submit a counter notification, I highly bet I'll lose. Oh no, these Frontier Works, they don't seem to play around. They're not like some of the other ones that I've had. This is also the first copyright strike I had, so it really bothers me. Ugh. I'm still going to try and use clips for my videos, but I'm definitely going to be a lot more careful.
So does like flipping not work anymore?
Oh yeah, no, from what I've heard, flipping never worked.
Used to.
From what I can gather, no, it does not work. Flipping does not work. I'm not sure if altering the colors works. Shrinking the screen sometimes works, but sometimes you'll get muted for it. It's tricky because it's like, I at least feel like that the copyright people are getting smarter. Oh, also does not help that the video that got taken down for me wasn't some computer that took it down. They manually took it down.
Oh.
I mean, they would have had to watch it to take it down.
Wait, how can you tell if it's manual? I'm sorry, I'm not really big on YouTube.
It tells you if it was manually taken down, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it will straight up tell you. I mean, good for them. I got to know why I lost a video that I worked hard on, and that was a struggle from the very beginning. The Hitalia video probably is one of the hardest videos I've ever made, because everything that could have gone wrong with it did. The script had to go through like 5 or 6 rewrites. The editing took forever. I only used clips from the first 5 episodes, and then I lose it to copyright. It was like one giant pain in the ass after another with that thing.
Well, I feel sorry for your struggles with uploading to Annie too, but that's unfortunately.
Sorry to go on a rant. I didn't mean to go.
No, it's okay. It's okay. But I'm not sure, like, the community has, like, the quote unquote anime community has the clout to be able to like challenge this. Like, I think back when the whole Where's the Fair Use debacle went on, that was because like a bunch of very high profile like Channel Awesome did that stuff, and then but I don't think we'll be able to do something like this again. So
I think it'll be the thing. I think will be that I think it'll be a very long time before we're able to get Where's the Fair Use when it comes to, say, YouTube channels.
So
yeah, that, and since my channel is not a very big one, even if I did cause a ruckus, it would definitely not work, I think. Because I don't have the support system to back myself up with.
how many subscribers are you at?
I'm at 572, I believe.
Okay.
There is one silver lining for at least the Hitalia video, if you still wanted to see it. I actually uploaded it on VidMe.
Would you mind putting the link in the chat?
I can
The
do
group
so.
chat? I'll watch it later. I'll give it the support.
Thanks. Honestly, I hope people enjoy these because that's my main motivation to do this, is so that people can enjoy my content and that I could enjoy my content.
That's the whole joy of AnyTube, because you're doing this as a hobby first and foremost. So
yeah, I don't even monetize any of my videos either, actually.
Neither do I, and I'm only at like what, 78 subscribers.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would. The only reason I think I would monetize my videos is if I was in fear of losing my house.
Yeah, but that's
more so if I was pushed to that extreme.
But
And
considering
since I'm
that,
not,
I don't mean this as an insult or something, but given that given your subscriber base is rather small, and I don't know how well that could work because are you familiar with Signanigans?
no, I'm not.
Oh, okay. It is a YouTuber, and she has about like let me actually check. Hold on. I think she's at like 3,000 subscribers.
Wait,
or
which
something.
one? Which one is it?
Signanigans or
Shenanigans. That
Suin?
actually sounds familiar. I might be, but I'm not sure.
Let me link her channel in the chat. She mentioned I remember a while ago in a stream that only it took like several years, and then given her subscriber base is at like 3,695 right now. It took her probably several years, and she made like $25. So I don't think, like, at the stage you're at, I don't think that you'd be.
No.
So
no, even I know. Oh, I know who this is. Oh, I know. Yeah, it's just I didn't recognize the name at first. And it's like, oh, okay, now I know. I've seen a few of her videos.
Okay. And so I've got your Hetalia video up on here. And with this, I believe now is a good time for me to end the stream. Things have cooled down. I don't have any other guests lined up, so it was very nice talking to you.
It was very nice talking to you too. I actually don't get the chance enough to talk with you, so it's actually kind of nice.
Well, I'll be busy in the coming weeks because of college, but I think it was nice to get people who've never talked to each other before and bring them in and have fun. So, thank you to everybody who was a guest. And I will, to leave this in video form, I will leave this on public for about 24 hours. And after that, it'll just be unlisted like my last stream then. So thank you very much. And until next time, cheers. There we go.
Cheers.
I almost forgot my greeting.